Simpson. And Japan have gone absent without leave. This is Whitmore. Hall and Gale both available. It's still Whitmore. It is the Reggae Boys who take the lead.
Greetings, football lovers. Happy Football Sunday to the family. Welcome to Championship episode of Ballchat podcast. My name is Benton, along with the family. Junior, well, 2/3 of the family. Junior is here with me, and Camon is away reffing some games. Junior, what go on, family? Are you still?
Yo, I'm good enough. I'm here on location on my way to England to help some boy pack up them bag and come out of Manu.
Call name, brother. We attack. Cristiano Ronaldo, you help lead.
Everybody name I get called.
Football family, welcome to Championship Sunday of Ball Chat podcast. We're going to review the day that was in the EPL. Celebrate Manchester City's title. Junior, you ready to celebrate Manchester City's 4th title in 6 years?
Of course.
Okay, wait. Of course, you put in the Manchester United hat to the side.
Is that Liverpool win, right?
Yeah, okay. Pep said you guys can forward to the parade, but you have to make sure that you wear a blue shirt.
I don't know about all of that. Yeah, we wear a blue Manu jersey.
Yeah, but football family, welcome to Ball Chat Podcast. We're going to review some of the week's major news in the world of football. As earlier mentioned, we're going to discuss the Championship Sunday in the EPL, discuss the lay of the land on the final day. Burnley is officially out along with Watford and Norwich. We'll take a look at who made it to the Champions League spot, who made it to Europa League, and who made it to the Conference League. We'll also take a look at the Scudetto title race. The Scudetto champions are crowned. Big up to the Rossoneri and big up to the entire AC Milan family, as the entire planet is overrun by AC Milan fans. Junior, I didn't know so many AC Milan fans was in my neighborhood.
Yeah, hey, you know, AC Milan though is one of those stories where we saw Inter bought the championship a couple of years ago under Conte, when they bought all the rejected players, rejected big names that nobody wanted, right? And then we saw Juventus winning year by year by bringing in some big name players on free, all while AC Milan slowly built themselves up. So I think that is where the sentiment towards AC Milan is. They seem to have done it right.
Yes, AC Milan has done it right. So we'll discuss the Scudetto. We'll discuss Mbappe's not transfer to Real Madrid. Mbappe staying at PSG. I was playing with the Real Madrid fans here for a second. We'll wrap up with Yard Ballers, a small segment of Yard Ballers. More specifically, we'll focus on Vin Blaine resignation from the Reggae Girls. And what does that mean for the tournament coming up? The Reggae Girls World Cup qualifiers coming up in July. We'll also look at the Reggae Boys World Cup qualifiers coming up, games against Catalonia and CONCACAF Nations League. But we kick it off with Ballers and Bugs. Family, we see you running in. If you have Ballers and Bugs, send them on. Junior, who do you have as Baller of the Week, family?
You know, last week I touted how we were going to have must-watch TV, right? And must-watch TV never really panned out the way I expected it to, but it did. But the biggest story to me this weekend is Jesse March and Leeds. Leeds finding some way to stay up. And I was one that they cuss off Leeds and for firing Bielsa and thinking that if they should have never fired Bielsa. I was one that was complaining about that. But, hats off to Leeds for staying up. Definitely have to give them the props. Yeah, we know Man City did their thing. Yeah, we know Liverpool did their thing. We know Arsenal did their thing. But for what Leeds did to stay up after it was obvious that they were going to slide and get relegated under Bielsa, Jesse March did a wonderful job. So hats off to him.
Yeah, big. And so ball of the week to Jesse March. You're giving Jesse March a ball of the week. He said it was a Band-Aid project. You're giving a ball of the week. Right. Any other ballers, family?
You know, we can't say Man City, we can't say Gundogan, for the reclamation project, but we can't big them up without cussing off Gerard, right? Because you can't have a great finish without somebody setting up that great finish. So no, we just keep it at Leeds.
You're just giving it to Leeds. All right, family. My ballers of the week. Football family have ballers. Send them on. We'll go ahead and read them out. My ballers of the week. I'll go ahead and give it to Man City. And more specifically, Ilkay Gundogan. We're not sure if he will stay at Man City this summer. There are words that he may leave. If this is his last game for Man City, then what a way to go out. Fantastic impact. 2 goals. Big up yourself. Another championship for the Blue, the Manchester Blue. So big up to Ilkay Gundogan. He gets a ball of the week. Junior, I want to give a ball of the week to Olivier Giroud. Brother, you know, Chelsea could have really used a striker this year. Olivier Giroud has done a fantastic job for AC Milan. Got on the score sheet today now. And what many thought was a difficult game against Sassuolo. AC Milan was surgical in dismissing Sassuolo, but Giroud was critical in scoring the goals today. Also, Rafael Leao, this youth is a baller. I have to give him a baller of the week, Junior, because AC Milan would not have won a title without the role of Rafael Leao. Big baller for them this season. So I know some people might cuss me, but I'm going to give him a baller of the week. Big up to Rafael Leao. Yeah, Junior.
Yeah, I want honorable mention, and I'm going to be petty, but Vin Blaine for bucking the trend of Jamaica's football heritage. I'm going to call it heritage of making poor administrative decisions. Vin Blaine pick up himself and say, "Oh my God, you know, I'm not going to stay around no dolly house thing. I take on myself."
Yeah, ball.
And I'm going to give him a ball of the week.
It's not in the party shop business. All right, football family.
Not into the party.
Yeah, go ahead, Junior.
Yeah. No, I would say he's not in the party shop business, and he make it be known I'm not in the party shop business, and that should be commended.
Yeah, that should be commended. Before we get to bugs of the week, we have to big up Antonio Conte's work. Ball of the week to Antonio Conte. What he has done at Spurs. Spurs is back in the Champions League. Ball of the week to Antonio Conte. I mean, this is Spurs that Nuno pretty much did a horrible job with. Antonio Conte came in, pick up Kulusevski, who's been huge for them. Ball of the week. They secured that Champions League spot. Big ball of the week. Yo, ball of the week to Newcastle. Callum Wilson. And Junior at Newcastle, who beat and kick up Arsenal on Monday night to wreck Arsenal's hope of getting into the Champions League. So ball of the week to Eddie Howe and that Newcastle and this youth Bruno Guimaraes in that midfield. So ball of the week to those players, man. Big.
And they secured Burnley's relegation by beating Burnley today.
Yeah, so the man don't have no sympathy. Newcastle does not have any sympathy today.
They have a lot of money to spend in the summer.
Yes. All right, let's get to the bugs of the week. Unimpressive players of the week. Junior, who do you have?
The whole Manchester United. I mean, how can you lay an egg like that in front of your new coach? Crystal Palace, where Everton just let the big comeback from and secured Premiership football next year, right? That Crystal Palace. And you come out there and lay an egg like that in front of your new coach, you have to be the whole Manchester United. Even in victory, and I know you're going to talk about it heavy, and I defended him off ear and on ear, but Pep Guardiola made this championship, securing this championship, more difficult than it needed to be. And I think I'm giving Pep a high level bug of the week because he just seemed to be coaching against himself, and he seems bored. So Pep, I don't want Manchester United. I'm tired of them, man.
Yeah. The expression on new managers Eric Ten Hag's face during that Crystal Palace game, penny for his thought, Junior. He was like, yo, the expression was like, yo, what did I get myself into watching that Manchester United team that lost against Crystal Palace?
And you know what else, sir? One more book.
Yeah.
Kylian Mbappe and whoever is around him. After LeBron's decision, right?
Yeah.
He was mauled. He was publicly shamed, tarred and feathered for his decision. It no matter how much it was, how much proceeds was given to charity. Everybody said, no, this is foolishness. There's no place in sports for this, right? Why Kylian Mbappe going to come up now and do him one worse? At least LeBron did the decision and never go back to Cleveland. Mbappe did a decision to stay in PSG. Seriously. Something, if I don't know who is behind this, I don't know who advised him, but we need 20 slap, man.
Yeah, that was a whole soap opera transfer. We'll get into that later on in the show regarding just the back and forth. He had deals, agreements, unwritten agreements with both Real Madrid and PSG. I guess it's just negotiation, family. He's trying to get the best deal. So you're giving Kylian Mbappe a bug of the week for that saga, that whole fiasco, and his advisors for the whole soap opera transaction with Real Madrid.
Because he stayed home. Only because he stayed home.
Okay.
If he had changed team, then we'll have to say, all right. But we don't need all of this saga for you to decide you're going to stay home.
Yeah. Understandable. Understandably so. All right, my bugs of the week, family. I got a couple bugs I want to just really castigate. Yo, Aston Villa. Aston Villa got Steven Gerrard, and Aston Villa had Man City on the rope. 2-0. And you let that slip. The entire Liverpool nation was ready to celebrate their EPL title. Second title for Klopp. But Aston Villa found a way to let this one slip. Only Watkins should have scored another goal to make it 3-0. Yo, Aston Villa gets a bug of the week. Slippy G, unacceptable, brother. 2-0, unacceptable.
That's a second title in make Liverpool slip out of them hands, you know.
Yes, that's that's the second title that Stevie Gerrard let slipped away, family. So that's unacceptable. Unacceptable. So Aston Villa gets a bug of the week, and probably just bear a thought for Filippo Coutinho out of that bug, because he was exceptional. We get into Filippo Coutinho later on. His display play on the field. But bug of the week, yo, Patrick Vieira kicking a fan. And a 9 fan, yes, but you don't kick nobody else. Patrick Vieira get a bug of the week. After the game concluded against Everton, Crystal Palace led 2-0. Everton came back, won the game at home, secure safety in the EPL on Thursday. Fans invaded the field. Yes, security was lax and it was foolishness. It was unacceptable security. There's a video going around of a fan annoying or recording Patrick Vieira, and Patrick Vieira, brother, is like the fan touch him and the man kicked the man. Unacceptable. Bug of the week for Patrick Vieira for that, brother. You can't do that. That is unacceptable. So you get a bug of the week for that. Yo, Sassuolo in the Scudetto. Sassuolo hosted AC Milan today, and we understand that AC Milan was a team of destiny. But Sassuolo, who has been impressive all year with the big bad Scamacca, did not show up that was unacceptable. I expected a little bit more fight from Sassuolo. So you get the bug of the week. I'm not going to take up any conspiracy or try to get it down that lane. But I expected a little bit more effort from Sassuolo in the game against AC Milan. Nah, man, bug of the week performance. So those are my bugs of the week. Let's get to the football round of family. Big up to Kofi Paul. Kofi Paul says, Patrick, get done of the week. Kick out him, clad. Yo, family show.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with Kofi. Because if we would have been having a different conversation now if the fan did show beer upon Patrick or whatever. Patrick have to defend himself. It sounds funny, but it sounds petty. But Patrick have to defend himself at that point. Who should get the bug of the week?
From what? Where am I defend himself from? The man annoy him and push and touch him.
Come on, Benton, me no business. I am listen. Patrick Vieira is a legendary footballer, former legendary footballer, right?
Yes.
He is not an expert in self-defense. He's not an expert in fighting. So if you feel threatened, defend yourself early because you don't want to take no risk.
Patrick Vieira get a bug of the week. Can't condone no kicking around here. Junior and I disagree. Pick up the coffee. Coffee says Patrick gets the done of the week for him. Kick out him, the colorful language from the Jamaican dialect. Yo, let's get to our football roundup, family. It's over. Championship Sunday is in the books. Man City, 4th title. Liverpool fans them nurse the tears. Junior, your thoughts on today's roller coaster ride? 1 minute we thought that Aston Villa had pulled it off with that 2-0 lead and Liverpool was going to take the thing.
Cover your ears, Benjack. I mean, you're not like to hear this, but what Championship Sunday proved today is why the English Premier League is seen as the most entertaining league in the world.
Yeah.
Where parity does exist. I mean, you give Sassuolo a bug of the week for the no-show against AC Milan, right?
Yes, Sassuolo, yes.
Villa had nothing for play for other than trying to spoil Man City's parade. And let's not forget about Wolves either. Wolves had nothing to play for other than trying to spoil Liverpool's parade. And they both came close to doing it. Now, Villa closer than Wolves, but the thing that I take away from it is Man City seemed like they were destined to win the championship. And it seemed like this was just the way that they were supposed to win the championship. We're going to sit down now and have questions because the difference between Liverpool and City is we can look at Liverpool and say, oh, they came in second, but we don't have any question. There's no question mark game about Klopp, right? But we have so many questions what we need for ask Pep. We can talk about the Real Madrid failure. We can go that far back in the Champions League and say, what were you doing, Pep? What were you thinking? And even in victory, the question still arises. What were you doing, Pep? What were you thinking? All they needed was a win or a draw. No, they needed a win. Simple win against a side that you're better than. Why play Fernandinho as a centre back against the speed of Villa? You know how fast they are, right? So why set up your side like that? So go ahead.
Yeah, some of the decisions that Pep made are big up Prime Minister. If you have ball of the week or done of the week according to Kofi, send them on. Kofi says Villa get 10 million if City win because of the Grealish. Jaja, here we go, here we go. Kofi Powell is saying that Villa gets $10 million, which is a fact if Man City does win because of the Grealish deal. Junior, you're scared to speak to that comment, family. I'm not going to entertain
sorry. Oh, man, I'm sorry. What the game finished like 15-0? Was it 8-0 at the end of the first half?
Which game?
The Aston Villa versus Man City game.
No, it was 2-0. It
2-0
at halftime, and then it went up to 2. Was it 2-0 at half? I don't even.
So of course you are coming with the full conspiracy theory about 100 million. If that was the case, right?
Yeah, then would I just sell it from early?
From early, because if that is the case, no, you know better.
Yeah.
Me as Aston Villa chairman, I think about fire Gerrard for almost cost $100 million.
So your conclusion is that if the Liverpool fan is implicating that Man City Villa sold the game to Man City because of the whole Grealish $10 million money, then they would have just sell it from early. Just, don't even compete.
Exactly. The game will have done long time.
Game would have done long time. Prime Minister says losing two key players and still win and without a recognized striker deserve commendations. Yeah, Man City deserve what they got. I mean, back to the Fernandinho discussion. I guess Pep wanted a farewell for Fernandinho, but Junior, he was woeful in that position at centre back as Ollie Watkins was eating his lunch all day.
No, if that is the case, it make it 20 times worse because that means Pep didn't regard Villa as any type of competition. If you're going to treat a game that you must win to secure the title against a team that is going to, no, they're not playing in Europe next year, but a team that has aspirations to play high next year, you are going to treat that game as Fernandinho's testimonial.
Yeah, and he played.
That brings more questions. That brings more questions and answers to me.
Yeah. All right, let's take a look at the final standing and the results before we get to the standing. The final results for the championship Sunday. Arsenal defeated Everton 5-1. Leeds secure safety, defeated Brentford 2-1. Brighton defeated West Ham 3-1. Burnley lost to Newcastle 2-1. Chelsea won over Watford 2-1. Crystal Palace defeated Manchester United. Leicester City defeated Southampton 4-1. Liverpool 3, Wolves 1, and Norwich got the bricks beat off of them by by Spurs 5-0. Junior, takeaways from Championship Sunday for you. Big takeaways as we get to look at the final standing.
The big takeaway is the teams that should have won. Big up to Arsenal, and I know you guys joke up Arsenal. I keep telling you guys, Arsenal just need a couple right signings, and I really think Arteta is the right coach for them. But they came out, yes, them dropped the ball, but them come out on the last day and brought the team that side to the woodshed. Tottenham brought their team to the woodshed and say, yo, we're not going to make this a no doubter, right? Liverpool and Man City did what they needed to do. So you have to give the teams that won the props, because especially teams that were under pressure. Leeds, I have to say it again, just in March with a great turnaround. And sometimes the coaches get too much praise if the players do it. In Leeds' case, I really think we have to give Jesse Marshall props, because remember, Leeds was a team that couldn't stop Molasses from going uphill on a freezing day. They couldn't stop it a teaspoon of molasses, and now them seem to have some form of defensive identity. So it worked out. I don't think there's any surprises, really.
Yeah. So the final standing, of course, Man City 93 points, Liverpool 92, Chelsea finishing third, Spurs fourth, 71 points, Arsenal and Manchester United into the Europa League spot, fifth and sixth respectively, and West Ham in the Conference League spot. Boy, West Ham just let that one slip. Them dropped the soap, Junior. They had the Europa League spot. And what do you make of West Ham's? I mean, they were in the semi-final of this year, Europa League competition, right? And they also were in a sweet position to make it to the Europa League again. And they dropped the soap, family.
Even with Man U losing. But isn't that the most David Moyes thing that we can see?
Yes.
Where David Moyes can almost. He's a good coach, almost get you there. Plus, I say it already and I'll say it again. I know I don't like to hear the truth, but I don't know which Oban, Mikel, and Tony going to link up with a Jamaica, or we need to find her, or we need to...
keep her away from the team.
Keep her away from everybody what we do and love, because she's salt of the bad, man.
Yo, speaking of coaches, Antonio Conte said, quote, as it pertains to his future, he says, quote, "I am a person who has ambition and I like to fight for something important to lift a trophy. I am very happy, then we'll see. I always said at the end of the season I'd speak to the club and we'll find the best solution. Speaking to Alasdair Goal. Spurs have to find a way to keep Conte, right? They have to. They'll be an idiot not to let him go.
Them have to, but would you be surprised if Conte pick up himself and leave?
I mean, yeah, but it depends on what jobs are available. He does say we will speak to them in the off season, but he says, I quote, I am a person who has ambition and I'd like to fight for something important to lift a trophy, end quote. So the Spurs of all not fighting for trophy won't work for an Antonio Conte.
Yeah, but that is a setup. I think Arsenal can become available if Conte say he likes that job in London. Arsenal can be available.
Okay.
Right? Aston Villa. Yeah, Aston Villa can be available. West Ham can be available.
Okay. But I mean,
so you have yeah.
But is that winning trophies? He says he wants to be able to win trophies.
Yeah, but I don't think he's afraid of the challenge.
So we will see. Prime Minister says, finally, the Burnley demon get vanquished. They've been hanging on too long. Goodbye. Football family people celebrating Burnley's relegation from the EPL. Junior, I mean, now the decision to sack Sean Dyche, looks. Do you support the decision? I mean, even though it didn't turn around in the end.
You remember when Bournemouth got rid of Eddie Howe?
Yeah.
And how it kind of felt like it was necessary because Bournemouth kind of lost their way under Eddie Howe. The message got stale.
Yes.
Maybe the message did get stale under Sean Dyche. Even though you can't think of Burnley, even though I can't think of Burnley without Sean Dyche.
Yeah, it's hard to separate the two. So maybe it gets maybe it gets stale. All right, just wrapping up. Just to reiterate, congrats to Man City and a title well earned. Big up to Liverpool and Klopp and the entire Liverpool family. I mean, you boys left it all on the park. Big up to all the teams, all the players who gave us an entertaining season. And like you said, Junior, it's the most entertaining league. It's the best league if those are the parameters. So big up to the EPL family. Big up to Jason Frame. Jason Frame said, Bugs of the Year, Man United. Big sweet pepper. Big but not hot. West Ham for dropping out of Europe a spot. Chelsea big, we now fire up the fire. Chelsea big bamboo fire blaze up bright and then just dead down, no substance. Man, I like some serious fire idea, Junior. He says Chelsea's big bamboo fire blaze up bright and then just dead down, no substance. Chelsea had the lead for about 10 days and it kind of just faded away there in the end, Junior.
More than the lead. Remember earlier in the season we were saying how Chelsea have two Rastas.
Yes.
You remember?
Yes.
But we were boasting that they have the deepest Rasta in the league and blah blah blah. And look at them now. Can't even find a comfortable number 9.
Yeah, big decision. So for Chelsea, and we don't want to get too early in it, but for you, Lukaku is gone. They have to move past this thing, right? That's all.
After.
All right.
After. I mean, but you see, the problem now is who will you get? Because the only reputable striker that is out there right now that has that big signing aura to him right now is Lewandowski.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not even sure if he believes it.
Yeah, well, Lewandowski still have one more year left on his Bayern Munich contract. So let's see. Darwin Núñez might be an option. New ownership at Chelsea. So let's see.
But Núñez is on Ten Hag's radar. So relax.
All right. So I'll calm down to the man. All right. Pep Guardiola says that welcome Man United fans to the parade. Pertaining to parade, welcome Man United fans. Welcome. If they want to join us in the street, fine, but they have to wear the blue shirt. Big up to Man City on a job well done. All right. Final comment on the EPL before we pivot to give the AC Milan family some shout out, family, and take a look at the Scudetto title championship there.
At the end of the day, I can say the top 4 teams. There's no surprise there, right? I mean, if we were to bet at the start of the season, I think majority of people will get the top 4 right. Probably not in that specific order, but I don't think there was any surprises in the top 4. Top 6 as well, Arsenal and Man U. I think most people get the top 6 right. And even the relegation. So even though, when you really sit and think about it, even though it was an exciting league season, it still ended the way how people generally expected it to end.
Yeah, so no Leicester City of 2015 moment. None of them things.
No.
All right, let's take a look at the Scudetto and champions of the Scudetto, AC Milan, top 4 in the Scudetto. AC Milan won the title, defeating Sassuolo on the final match day. AC Milan secured their first title in 11 years, 18 league title for them, tied with second. With Inter Milan on second in the Scudetto, behind Juventus on 36 titles. Now, Virgin, I say, yo, some of them Juventus 36 titles, like cook up. Junior, AC Milan, the big dog in Scudetto this year.
Yeah, I think well deserved. They earned it. They grew. I think they grew that championship team, because how many years we're saying, oh, Kessie is close. This one is close. When them had my boy got a PSD, Donnarumma.
Yeah.
They had a great goalkeeper, blah blah blah, but they always were missing something. They went out, they got the lion themselves, Zlatan. They went out, they get Giroud. It was Giroud the missing factor. It was Giroud the missing experience that needed in the locker room to keep them close. Cause I remember, you know, they were always close. And then they fall apart. But they built the team, and I really think they did it the right way. They did it in a way that you can't say it was bought. You cannot say you can't point out this transfer and say this transfer is the reason why AC Milan. No, AC Milan earned them championship.
But Joseph Frame said, ballers of the year, Man City did what City does. Liverpool still in the running for European glory. We'll get to the Champions League preview in a few moments. Arsenal from mid-table to Europe. Arsenal secure a Europa League spot. I think you asked Arsenal fans in summer of the beginning of the year, will they take a Europa League spot? I think at beginning of August or in August there, but most Arsenal fans probably would have taken that. So I mean, I know they're disappointed with the not getting Champions League. Jason Frame also says Newcastle from not being able to win a match to finishing like a runaway train. Yeah, Newcastle, as Junior said, is gonna be a dangerous team, a competitive outfit next year.
I remember I called a couple months ago, and I told you guys, I said, if Eddie Howe ever navigate that little rough part of the schedule and figure some things out, they are going to be very dangerous. I told you guys, as I reminded you.
Yeah.
I'm reminding you again. Remember I said it.
Yeah, you definitely did say, we got to watch out for Newcastle. Big up to the Two Rash Challenge. Eric Neil, big Newcastle fan. I know he's celebrating and happy for positive news with the sad, disappointing returns over the years for Newcastle. So Newcastle fans are feeling good about the outlook. Looking at teams that got relegated in the Scudetto, Cagliari, Genoa, Venezia got relegated. The top 4 teams in the Scudetto: AC Milan, Inter Milan, Napoli, Juventus. 5 through 7, Lazio, Roma, and Fiorentina round out the top 7. Junior, Juventus went and got the big strike of Vlahovic, and they weren't able to finish in the top three. Is that a disappointing return for the one Mr. Allegri and Juve?
Of course. No, I mean, I will never take anything away from AC Milan's title.
Yeah.
But Juventus had a down year. Inter had their money issues where they had to get rid of some weight, right? So, but for Juventus themselves, Allegri came back, took over, and it was not an Allegri team, right? So they have a lot of things that they need to fix up. Dybala, I think he should have been gone 3 years ago, and I think Dybala he exemplifies what is wrong with Juventus. They hold on to these players a little bit too long.
Yeah. Paulo Dybala is probably out the door. Morata is probably going to be returning to Atletico Madrid. So Juventus have some soul searching and some fix up to do in the off season. But it's all about the Rossoneri. Big up to the AC Milan's fan. Big up to Paula. Big up, AC Milan. She ride or die.
Yeah, man, big up Fabian.
And big up
Fabian too.
Yeah, man, big up to Fabian because the man that lived through the miserable years. So you don't know. Big up to the AC Milan crew. Big up to the entire AC Milan family. Watch
and Juppy, I forget my brother in Juppy. My AC Milan foot. Big up Juppy anyway, stop.
Big up to the AC Milan fans as they won their first Scudetto in 11 years. AC Milan's gonna have to find a way to hang on to Rafael Leao Jr. He's one of the young, bright prospects in that outfit. Do you think they'll be able to keep him? And then they have some Champions League money. Frank Kessie's out the door.
I question what their because one thing their scouting department have shown is that they can build a team, right?
Yeah.
So if their scouting department can build a team with less money than now, maybe this is where you'll be like a Borussia Dortmund for 1 year. Cash out on some of your big players, turn them into 3 or 4 younger players that you can groom and grow, right? Because Juventus is not going to be Juventus next year. Inter Milan still going to have their money issues. So you might have another year where you can play around and still be ultra competitive, right?
Yeah, but don't insult the AC Milan fan base because they are title desiring fans. You know, they want to win the big years trophy, Champions League trophy. So don't use Borussia Dortmund and AC Milan in the CM paragraph.
So yes, give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. 20 seconds. Let me talk to the AC Milan fans out there. AC Milan fans out there. Just remember, this is not Carlo Ancelotti AC Milan. This is not Kaka. This is not Pirlo. This is not you don't have a Maldini. You have a young Maldini upon the team, but he's not ready yet. So look at AC Milan right now this year. I'm not taking anything away from your championship, but you are equivalent to Leicester. And Leicester made one big mistake. They let Kante go. They let the other one go, Man City, but they held on to Jamie Vardy. When Arsenal came knocking, they held on. Don't make the same mistake Leicester made. Refurbish your side and build a deeper squad. Because you're going to need a deeper squad next year to go in Champions League. So listen to my words.
Listen to Junior. The big thing for AC Milan fans is that a potential new buyer is on deck. I think Invesco Corp is the name of the buyer that's looking to take over AC Milan and subsequently address some of the financial issues that they've had over the years dealing with debt. So we will see. But big up to the Rossoneri, big up to the red and black, big up to the side, because it's a team that a lot of us follow closely back in the days, from George Way, Van Basten and the entire crew. Big up Seedorf, the entire crew. Big up on yourself to the entire AC Milan fam. Junior, you talk about the soap opera earlier. The soap opera finally over. Kylian Mbappe. The man said the adventure, I posted on his Twitter account, said, La aventure continue. Boy, I'm a French. I need to go back to French class. But basically, easily translate, the adventure continues. A commitment, a contract to 2025 with PSG. The reports that he gets to decide or has an influence, not get to decide, has an influence on who becomes the football director, who becomes the coach. Talk to me, family. Kylian Mbappe, bright baller.
If I was a PSG fan, I wouldn't want Kylian Mbappe back. You should have never made. If I was a PSG fan, I wouldn't want Kylian Mbappe back because you make me sit down the whole season, going through this saga, going through watching you impress Carlo Ancelotti, and most importantly, Mr. Waiwaiwani Perez at the Bernabeu.
At Real Madrid.
Me as a PSG fan sit down and watch you impress him as we got kicked out of the Champions League, and in the back of my mind, I'm thinking to myself, am I watching Kylian Mbappe audition to be a Galactico? Just to forward to the end of the season to hear, oh, I'm not going to leave. No, move from here. We don't need you.
Kylian Mbappe decides to stay. Junior, he's looking at a huge contract. Some reports have said something in the vicinity of $100 million annually. Something in the vicinity of getting close to or over 60% of his image right. Reports have also said that he has gotten a $300 million signing bonus. Junior, Real Madrid went for Kylian Mbappe when he was at Monaco on the verge of moving to PSG. They failed in 2017. They went for him last year and PSG said no. And this year he has also rejected them. Junior, what does this mean for Real Madrid in this long pursuit of one of the big talent in this business?
Real Madrid is on the verge of winning a Champions League, and they have a young left winger who is not Kylian Mbappe by any stretch of the imagination, but they have Vinicius Junior, and them have the next Brazilian who play on the right wing. Plus, you have my boy there, the Benz. So it's not, yes, it would have been nice for Real Madrid to get Mbappe, yes. But we would have been sitting here asking, is it the end of Vinicius Junior at Real Madrid? Will Mbappe be forced to play down the middle? Are they getting rid of Benz? Right? It would have been an embarrassment of riches that we are talking about. Real Madrid is fine. Yes, they might have to lick them wounds because of pride that Mbappe turned them down. I might have to say, boy, we're not as big as we thought we were. Fine. But as a team, we're all right.
But you know, this is like a modeling chick. Like, all right, it's just like the hottest. I mean, I don't want to go down the Vienna. It's like the greatest modeler in the history of modeling. Forward and say, yo, Junior, we are requesting you. Real Madrid is that sort of echelon when it comes to football. It's clubs that team players dream about to play for.
Right.
And to pursue this baller for 2017, for last year. In fact, there were reports that they pursued him before he was secured from the early years at Monaco. And to constantly get rejected. Does Real Madrid go back again for him after 3 years?
All right. So using your analogy, right?
Yeah.
It is like the modeling, you're run down the modeling chick. But guess what? Your modeling chick are the one will win Miss Universe. And you look on this one and say, you can be the next Miss Universe. Forward from my side. And she turned you down one time. And you fall back again and be Miss Universe. And she turned you down a second time. The year when you have a Miss Universe on your docket. I don't want that again. I run with that, man. I run with that. Benton, until Kylian Mbappe, and this is going to sound blasphemous, I am not a Real Madrid fan, so I don't want nobody to say I bad mind him. But until Kylian Mbappe raise a Champions League trophy, people are going to wonder what the hell were you thinking? Because you are almost guaranteed a Champions League trophy going to Real Madrid. You're not winning a Champions League at PSG. You're not winning a Champions League. So why stay at PSG?
So they keep the gang together, and of course Neymar.
Which gang?
They keep the gang together. So we will see how this plays out. But the fallout from this transfer is quite hilarious, right? Because now La Liga's president Javier Tebas is pretty ticked off, and he's looking to move to have legal proceedings filed against PSG, because we know the highlight of having these sort of top talent in these respective leagues. Your thoughts on La Liga's president comments with this Kylian Mbappe transfer?
So somebody's going to talk to him. I'm not insinuating anything. I'm just speaking facts right now. After him go to a massage parlor and release the stress for him under right now and forward back and have a clear mind, somebody will look at him and say, boss, just leave it alone. I mean, we understand that you feel some type of way that the Super League mash up when your two big fish were supposed to run the Super League, right? That mash up. Then everybody was looking to this year. I remember, this year was the year of the two super free agents in Erling Haaland and Kylian Mbappe that everybody looked towards post-COVID. And guess what? None of them going to La Liga.
Yeah.
When it was rumored that both of them was going to go to La Liga.
Yeah.
One was supposed to go Barca, one was supposed. So if you're the La Liga president, you must be sitting here saying to yourself, Barcelona is not Barcelona right now. Them on them way back. When I have the big marquee signing, when I have the big name, we're losing our luster, we're losing our image and our ability to rake in top promotional dollars. So, all right, but this is the last roll of the dice. Somebody will tell him, say, big man, just relax yourself.
Yeah. In the statement, La Liga said, quote, it is scandalous. It is scandalous a club like PSG, which last season reported losses of more than 220 million euros, after accumulating losses of more than 700 million euros in the prior season, while reporting sponsorship income at a doubtful valuation, with a cost of sports staff around 650 million euros for this 2021-22 season, can face agreement of these characteristics, while those clubs that could accept the arrival of the player without seeing their wage bill compromised are left without being able to sign him. That's a lot in that statement, Junior. They're pretty much saying that PSG...
Something funny in the money. Something funny is in the money.
PSG had a loss of 220 million, according to them, 700 million in the prior years, and there is no way that they can figure out the way to sign this player, Mbappe.
But was it PSG that won? Take the La Liga crown jewel in Leo Messi for free? Was it PSG, the team that they back out, the super team that they back out of the Super League early and turn them back and basically was the first domino to drag that Super League from under people's feet? Remember?
Yes.
So this is a lot of pepped up anger and bad mind. I come back from La Liga president.
Yeah, and big up Duane. Duane said, didn't Real Madrid choose not to sign Haaland? And yes, based on some reports, they decided to kind of zero in on Mbappe rather than focus on Erling Haaland. They know that, based on some of the reports, they know that it was difficult to get both players on the contract. And the school of thought was that they had an advantage with Kylian Mbappe. Again, they went in for him last year. PSG rejected. Kylian Mbappe had a deal, had an agreement with both clubs. Nothing written. He had a deal with both clubs. So the idea was that he was going to end up at Real Madrid, family. So, Junior, even the French president got into this, Emmanuel Macron. So there's a lot of political backroom deals that occurred to try to get Kylian Mbappe to stay on. Is this baller worth it, though, Junior?
For political reasons, yes. For football reasons, no. Because if he was worth it, then Mbappe, Neymar, and Messi should have won Champions League.
Okay, all right.
Right. So ultimately, it's not worth it. But politically, yes. Yes, for political reasons, yes. I see the value.
Yeah, and of course, Javier, La Liga president Javier Tebas went on to say that a state-sponsored club, this is always the thing that I'm going to do, a state-sponsored club, it cannot continue, to paraphrase. They said La Liga released a statement announcing that they will file a complaint against PSG and the scandalous affair because they are also concerned.
But isn't Barca a state-sponsored club as well?
Yo, well,
is it the Catalan? Is the Catalan club?
It's a state of the Spanish government. They really no recognition around here. Moving away from Kylian Mbappe's deal, as we could talk all day about this thing, but we'll see the fallout from this. Of course, the ultimate overhanging question is: does this big transfer means that big talent, will now look away from the Madrids or the soft soap Barcelona now? Because in football, is always usually those two big clubs that attract that talent.
But if that was the case, then after Hero, Raul, Mihatovic, and then you had Zidane, Ronaldo, Raul again, Beckham and company. Then Real Madrid had that little low, and them come back again. So no, the Real Madrid and Barcelona will always be up there.
Yeah. Duyan says Hazard will recover his best form. Why? It's too early night Sunday for your drink still. Big up yourself, Duyan. And so that's also something that Real Madrid will keep an eye on. Hazard will recover his best form. I mean, we'll love to see Hazard, the poison back.
That's a hazardous statement.
It's a hazardous statement. Dwayne Francis says, can we adjust AC Milan winning Serie A? Maybe. The man just reached. We already deal with that early on. We celebrate AC Milan and the big success. Rewind the show, family. All right, Junior, let's get to the Champions League final, getting set up. And before we get to the Champions League final, let's big up to Lyon women for defeating Football Club Barcelona ladies. The Champions League Women final took place yesterday. Junior, your thoughts on what Lyon did to the big bad Barcelona ladies? I mean, boy, 8 titles.
That's a wicked goal scored, though. So wicked goal scored, though, Benton.
Yes, ball of the week to Amadine Henry, who scored that sensational goal from way downtown. Way downtown. That ball is still have a trajectory of upward.
Yeah, man. The gravity don't take over the ball yet.
Ball still traveling. I think it reminded me of Onande Low goal him scored against Honduras, but I think that was a free kick at the stadium. But she just take the ball and just dribble and just done the play. Whoop, rock it.
Yeah.
Rock it. So big up to Leon, Renard and the Leon family for securing their 8th Women's Champions League final as Barcelona ladies go lick their wounds. Junior, the men's final is scheduled for next Saturday. Big game. Klopp looking to get his second. Liverpool looking to get Klopp is looking to get his second Champions League title. The big bad Real Madrid looking for their 14th. Your thoughts, family?
That game. If it's a game that should have ended in a draw, and them take a chainsaw and just slice the biggest trophy down the middle and give to both teams, because it's so difficult to gauge, right? But when I saw Liverpool play against Wolves today, my antennas went up a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you. And if Liverpool is going to play Thiago, Keita, and Henderson midfield against Real Madrid, I think Real Madrid going to beat them.
Yeah, I don't think Keita starting that midfield, Junior. I don't think.
All right, we don't think so. So who is the best midfield for start there? Cause remember, you have to deal with how am I drawing a blank? My boy from my little number 10, the man, the general.
Luka Modric.
You have to deal with Madrid.
I mean, in terms of depth, I mean, I think Real Madrid has a deeper squad, but Liverpool surgical up top, and in that midfield, it's all about if Thiago can get the ball quickly. So Casemiro is gonna be huge. If Thiago can get the ball quickly to Mohamed Salah, Sadio Mane, and have Nacho. Because we don't know, say Nacho vulnerable in that defense for Real Madrid.
All right.
So,
well, hear this though, and knowing Carlo, right? Don't be surprised. Liverpool's biggest asset is Bobby or Jota falling back as a false nine, right in the middle of the midfield, right? That's your biggest asset.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I can see Camavinga playing as well and falling back in that midfield early, in that little space where Bobby and Jota likes to play in, and I can see the engine of Camavinga there with Casemiro playing like a sweeper in the midfield. All Casemiro is going to do is just going to roam space, right? But I can see Camavinga being that midfield destroyer.
Yeah, and
with Madrid being up front.
Dwayne says Klopp to get his second beating from Real Madrid in Champions League final. El Pistolier, big up yourself, family. El Pistolier said Real Madrid just have name on the bench, not a greater impact. I will slightly disagree on that one, El Pistolier. When you looked at the impact of Rodrigo and Camavinga down the stretch, and Carlo Ancelotti spoke about this. He said Camavinga can start, but he much rather use his legs coming off the bench. For Liverpool, Diego Jota. So all right, so you start Mane, Salah. You start Jota or you bench him. I mean, that's how do you do it?
I would put my trust in Bobby, because you haven't put your trust in Bobby. Yeah, because you depend on the chemistry.
And Bobby also comes deeper, can kind of fall into a number 10 role and help to alleviate some of that midfield pressure. You see what I mean? Because he's a ball.
But that's why I'm telling you, Camavinga is going to be. I am expecting Camavinga or Cruz, even if Cruz play, I'm expecting them to pick up that striker. That is their only job. Pick up that striker, and then you have Casemiro playing as just a sweeper. Just stay and hold the space, because Mane and Salah going to be dangerous running in behind, right? So your two outside defenders, your centre back and your wing back, they are going to occupy that space. I can really see Casemiro playing as a false sweeper, if that exists. So you have a false line, you have a false sweeper.
So Rodrigo and Camavinga coming off the bench, El Pistolero, those players are going to be huge. Rodrigo has been huge. Jota, he says he won't start Jota. He would go with Mane, Diaz, and Salah. Luis Diaz has been great. But this is big boy football right there, so now.
Yeah, but the game are too big for Diaz. The game are too big for Diaz.
This is big. I don't know. I can't call it. I'm just going to sit there and enjoy it. I don't know.
Me too.
So you don't have a dog in the fight. Who you
I don't have a dog in the fight.
So
but I can see where Real Madrid can take advantage of the space Liverpool leave behind them.
Yeah. Big Champions League game next Saturday. Big game. El Pistolier said, watch Diaz steal the show on the night. Luis Diaz.
Okay. Just El Pistolier, remember Carrios here? Just remember Carrios.
Big game. All right, before we go over we had, we're pushing up against the clock, family, and I know it's Championship Sunday, and because Championship Sunday we might go a little bit over that hour mark. But some big news occurring in Jamaican football this week, as expected. Vin Blaine, after turning his resignation, Junior, he's out the door. Man seems tired of the toxic environment, so he's off. The Reggae Girls looking for a coach. JFF doing interviews. Lauren Donaldson is his favorite. Junior, your thoughts on Vin Blaine Tekwe himself?
It's a sad situation. It's a sad day. I have been on the show applauding the Reggae Girls for showing the Reggae Boys what a real campaign looks like and what togetherness look like. And then just throw it all out the window. I mean, I don't care about, I'm not picking any side, even though it will be obvious whose side I am on. I'm not joining the passa argument. I'm not going to join this a player this and this a player that. But some things are obvious. And if a coach can lead a team to a 100% record and still gets thrown out by the team, something is wrong.
But Junior, the federation backed him, I just him no one continue. He said there's a toxic environment. It doesn't mean that he has to call the toxic the people who.
No,
he doesn't have to select the players who cause a toxic environment, right? So he just don't want.
But you know what that tells me? That tells me then that Vin Blaine don't care about the players because he knows I am the coach, right?
Yeah.
The toxic environment that he's talking about is not necessarily the player. The players generate the toxicity, right? Whatever is toxic about the environment, the players generate it. But the federation is supposed to come in and clean up that toxic environment and make it clean again, where the coach can come in and say, all right, clean slate, let's start over, right? Obviously, Vin Blaine don't feel like the federation did that.
Yeah.
Obviously, Vin Blaine don't feel like the powers to be stood in and said, all right, let's fix up this mess. Because if the issue was the players, once the letter came out, he would have resigned.
Okay.
He didn't wait until after the GFF. He waited until the GFF made their decision, which is key. The players them don't say what they want to say, He waited until the GFF made them decision to say this environment is not good. So to me, that tells me then that he knows he could have fixed the players, but he can't fix the environment, which is a problem for him.
Okay, fair enough.
Because whoever, if you can't, the GFF cannot go on and say, okay, nothing to see here. Life continues as usual. We'll move on. There has to be some reprimand. If something big like this happens, negative, something must be done. And the GFF seemingly was hoping to just say, nothing to see here. Let's move on. But not wrong, Vin Blaine. Take for yourself.
Yeah. We'll see who comes in as the coach. The GFF has put a deadline of the end of May to securing games and camp dates. Reggae Girls getting ready for World Cup qualifiers in July 3rd to the 18th. They will face Mexico, USA, and Haiti in the group for a chance to get to Australia 2023. As it pertains to the Liverpool-Real Madrid game next Saturday, El Pistolero says we have a better squad. It's just sad our two midfielders are injured. We can't depend on injured people right now, El Pistolero.
Yeah.
We don't count injured people right now. Before we go my yard, family, the Reggae Boys, I stay wide of the Reggae Boys ever since this World Cup qualifying campaign went wide. But the Reggae Boys named the squad for upcoming friendly against Catalonia. We're going to just look at the squad real quickly and look at the game. against Catalonia is May 25th, 11:45 Jamaican time, which is what, 11:45 a.m. Jamaican time, 12:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here for us. Junior, this game against Catalonia is for CONCACAF Nations League games coming up in June. Your thoughts on this pending friendly, and let me get the squad out.
I love the fact that we're getting games. Number one, most important thing. We need practice games, and the Arsenal youth, I name Hutchinson.
Yeah, Omari Hutchinson.
I think this practice game is built to see what he can bring to the team, right? And I love what Paul Hall is doing, and hopefully him can maintain.
Yeah, so the squad, Corey Adai, and Dylan Barnes are the goalie. Ajini Talbot, Joel Latterbeard, Swansea, Tariq Zemenes, Jamoi Topi, Kenroy Campbell of Cavalier, Ricardo Thomas of Waterhouse. I noticed no Richard King there in the defense. Jordan Cousin, Omari Hutchinson, Romain Howell, Tyreek McGee, Cameron Lacey. You have Blair Torgat, Ronaldo Aarons, Junior Fleming, Okosa Chong, Kahim Paris, Johnson Clark Harris, and Nico Brett finally gets his chance. Junior, your quickly thoughts on that squad there, brother. The Reggae Boys squad.
It's a squad of fringe players, right?
Okay.
And Catalonia team is a fringe team. So you carry the players about there that if you tell them, if you want to be a part of the national setup, you have to show up at training, start at training, get yourself on the starting lineup, or get yourself in the 18. When you get a chance to show, if it's even 2 minutes you get, you make use of the chance you get, right?
Yeah.
So if that is the mindset, then that signal a change in the Reggae Boys that we should love and look forward to know the results of the show, right? And that's why I say I hope Paul Hall can maintain.
Games coming up for the Reggae Boys. They play Suriname Saturday, June 4th, CONCACAF Nations League. They also play that they go to Suriname Saturday, June 4th, so they travel to Suriname to their first match day in CONCACAF Nations League. They host Suriname on June 7th, and on June 14th, they host Mexico and match day 4 of CONCACAF Nations League. And, there's a game against Uruguay on June 11th, a friendly game that's still on the cards. I don't know if that game is still on. Those are the pending games for June for the Reggae Boys. Big games for Paul Hall to flesh the squad, get some thoughts on the talent pool, and also play some meaningful games in the Nation League.
Yep. And without for wasting the time having the discussions about who should play for who not play, because we're going to have proof on tape, right?
Yes, we should have enough evidence to support.
Right.
Watch along for the games against Suriname and the Mexico games, these Nation Leagues. We'll do some watch along for those games, for family setting a schedule and forward, Of course, the Reggae Boys is in Nation League Group League A, and they're in League A, Group A against Suriname and Mexico. USA is the defending
League B though.
League team. Yeah, Junior.
They're in League B, right?
No, they're in League A. They got promoted. Tapa promote them to the highest league, boss. Big up to Tapa Whitmore, wherever you're there in our world. Yo, again, big up to the Rossinieri fans. Big up to all AC Milan fans out the road. Big up on yourself. Congrats to AC Milan and its supporters' first title in 11 years. Big up to the Man City fans. Big up on yourself. 4th title in 5 years for Pep Guardiola and that Man City outfit. Big up to the Leon ladies for winning the Champions League, UEFA Champions League 8th title for Leon ladies as they beat my Barcelona side. Boy, the corner dark for men and women. Junior, final thoughts on this weekend action and Championship Sunday, brother. Big up to the Liverpool fans, them, and good luck next week.
The league come to a close and is a good league, successful league year. And as we move into hopefully a less pandemic-stricken year, we can just look forward to it. Great things coming for Ballchat.
Yeah, man. Big up in yourself. Family, really appreciate the family for joining us. Remember to smash the like button, tell a friend about the show, subscribe to the channel. Ballchat, we're getting ready to go play some Sunday league ball game. I know. Don't know, pile and salad at that.
All right. Later.
All right, my family. Bless up.
Yeah.